My ninja.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if you mixed Mythbusters with The Walking Dead? We are Zombie Go Boom, filmmakers and zombie survival enthusiasts. Using our scientifically accurate zombie heads, we put retail weapons, homemade weapons, and everyday objects to the test in order to see what will save you during the zombie apocalypse. Survive, protect, and kick undead ass.
Hey, what's up, survivors? Welcome to another mind-blowing episode from the bloodiest show on YouTube, Zombie Go Boom. Today is going to be a throwing extravaganza. It's going to be amazing. But first, I want to talk a little bit about throwing before I actually show you which weapon we are going to be testing today. Basically, there are a lot of companies that make throwing weapons. There are knives, there are axes, all sorts of really, really cool stuff. But in order to be really proficient with that, you have to actually practice, and you have to measure distances, you have to figure out how many spins the weapon needs to take during flight in order to get to the target, and it's very difficult and very time consuming. Alright, I'm gonna show you a few knife throws first. These are three of the most basic knife throws. The first one is half spin. You hold it by the blade, you make it spin half a rotation before hitting the target. The next one is full spin. You hold the knife by the handle and you have it spin one complete rotation before hitting the target. Okay, the next one is no spin. Essentially what you're doing is you're creating backspin on the spine by rubbing your index finger against it so that it doesn't spin and it goes straight into your target. Okay, the next one is a full spin axe throw. So I'm going to be showing you two axe throws, full spin and 1.5 spin. So full spin is essentially just like a knife. You throw it, full rotation, it hits the target. Okay, now the 1.5 spin throw is a little bit different. If I wanted to throw this little Tomahawk one spin, I would throw it like this. But I'm going to throw it 1.5 spins, which means I'm going to turn it this way, and instead of it hitting this way into the target, it's actually going to hit upside down. Hence 1.5 spins. Alright, there it is, but being pretty good at that actually takes a lot of practice. So what if you want to be able to throw a weapon and have it stick and have it kill without practicing at all, without gauging distances or gauging spins? Well, there is something for you. That's right, the guy that heads Sharp Blades, who is also a very proficient knife and axe and everything thrower, has decided to create a weapon that will stick on anything regardless of the distance, regardless of the spins, and Charles is about to show it to you right now.
Yes, this is the Flying Death Tomahawk. Boom!
From the mind of Adam Saladin, CEO of Sharp Blades and fellow International Knife Throwers Hall of Fame member, comes the Flying Death Tomahawk. This baby is designed for anyone who has not spent a lifetime throwing blades because it will stick nearly every time. Even a small child could throw it and watch it stick. Throw it while running. Throw it between your legs. Throw it while jumping. Throw it while sitting. Throw it from 50 feet away. Throw it while texting. Throw it while taking a siesta. Throw it behind your back. Throw it while mowing the lawn. Throw it during a drive-by. Throw it Ramboing out. Or even throw it in the crapper. That's right, this 13-inch, 14.1-ounce, 14260 spring steel Tomahawk can be thrown from any position, any handle grip, any distance, and due to its 3 spikes and a blade, it will stick pretty much always. If you want to see this and more weapons from Sharp Blades, or you would like to see Adam's incredible weapon throwing skills, trick tips, and tutorials, please subscribe to Adam's YouTube channels in the description below. Now, let's see if this little fella has what it takes to make a ZGB.
Alright, so now you've seen that this thing can be thrown any way and whatever way you want to throw it and it'll stick to the target, but now we want to see if it'll kill a zombie. So first we're going to throw it at the zombie and then we're going to use it as a melee weapon. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Let's do this. So I got it in the eyeball. It went through the skin, through the flesh, and it definitely broke some bone. I'm gonna try to get some out, if you can see. So part of the orbit is definitely broken, but it didn't get into the cranial cavity, so I'm gonna try it again. There. All right, you see that? That means that this last hit finally made it to the cranial cavity. Not very much though. There's not a lot of bleeding, but it does mean that there is at least a concussion, probably some hemorrhaging. And if you're a human being and you don't get medical attention, you will probably die from brain damage. If you're a zombie, I mean, chances are you'll probably survive this. So throwing it toward the front of the head is not the best thing you can do because it's just deflecting. It's bouncing all over the place. So we have a cut here from one of the throws. This one's the only one that made it to the cranial cavity. There's another cut right next to it. There's a cut here on the nose, which you can see some bone is coming out of there. So it definitely destroyed the nose. So it's totally broken, but obviously that's not a kill. Now we have another cut here, so the nostril is completely messed up. The cheekbone actually got a lot of damage. As you can see, it's in like 2, maybe 3 pieces, and I can actually pull this piece right out. So that's some incredible amount of damage, but again, not a zombie kill. So that's some cosmetic damage. If you're a person that hurt like hell, if you're a zombie, you probably don't give a crap. But the fact of the matter is that we try to go for the face, and the face is the hardest place to kill a zombie because it's spherical, and it's also the toughest. All of the bones in the face are the toughest. That is what your body expects is going to get hit first, so it made that part tough. In fact, the frontal bone is the strongest bone in the human skull. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test it against the temporal bone right here on the side, so it'll catch more, it'll deflect less, and whether it works or doesn't work, after that we're going to just do some melee attacks. Charles is just going to go crazy, and we're going to finish this guy off. Alright, a miss. I hit more around the occipital bone as opposed to the temporal bone, and it just followed the curvature of the skull. Ah, damn it. Okay, another miss. I'm throwing really hard because I really want to penetrate the skull, which is actually decreasing my accuracy. But I did want to talk about this miss in particular because if you're a person, I mean, you're dead. That's all there is to it. Alright, so again, I kind of missed the temporal bone by about, I don't know, 2 inches. But it's still a kill. Once you get it to angle itself properly, especially with this long spike, it just goes all the way in. The only thing that stopped it was essentially the blade right here. It may have kept going a little bit longer, so let's pull it out, see if it got stuck. A little stuck, not too bad. And oh yeah, that's a kill. Oh yeah. Maybe not a confirmed kill, but this is pretty incredible because that's the frontal bone, and it broke a big piece of the frontal bone right off and actually managed to get into the cranial cavity just a bit. I'm gonna give it one more shot, and then we'll let Charles take over. Alright, I finally got the temporal bone. There is bone inside of that cranial cavity, and this is definitely a kill. Just look at that. Oh yeah. Gross. Also, as you can see, this temporal bone shot happened with the blade, not with one of the spikes, which is crazy because that's a lot of penetration for this broad shape. Alright, now that Tim is bleeding from a bunch of different holes, we need to let Charles do the final executioning as the executioner, because the fact of the matter is this blood is going to pour out and we're not going to get a lot of gore if we just keep waiting. So, are you ready?
Let's do this.
Would you like to win this weapon, any other Sharp Blades weapon, a ZGB zombie head, or more? Please check out the link in the description below for our current no cost to you epic giveaway.
Oh, God damn it.
Alright, Charles the Executioner Fultz, what is your plan of attack?
Well, I'm just gonna put this weapon inside that zombie skull and go crazy.
Let's get some head. Wait. And then you're gonna
Decapitate it.
Yeah! Oh shit.
It took a few hits, but it definitely got into the cranial cavity, so I'm gonna try the spike.
Oh, man.
It didn't get stuck, man. That is awesome.
Alright, so that's an incredible amount of damage for such a little weapon. What are your thoughts on the weapon, Charles?
Oh, I love this thing. It's fun to throw, it's really easy to throw, and the spike just punches straight in and out like it's supposed to. The bladed side, it takes a lot of energy to actually get a kill with it, but you know, after a few anger strikes, you can get it.
Yeah. And you were saying that it wasn't super ergonomic whenever you were striking, right?
Yeah, every time you hit the skull, the hard part of the bone, or anything like that, the force, the shock goes straight through the weapon and into your first finger right here. It's not really that big of a deal, it's just something to note.
Yeah, the other thing is, yes, it is a really light weapon, so you don't get the advantage of utilizing gravity in order to get more power into it. You actually have to put strength behind it because it is so light. But if you have the strength and you have the power, you are going to be able to kill a zombie, especially if you use the spike side. So the spike side as a melee weapon would get the overkill seal of destruction. Everything else as a melee weapon would get the ZGB seal of approval, and throwing it actually gets the ZGB seal of approval, not necessarily the overkill seal of destruction, because you're not going to get a kill every single time. But if you have a few of these, I mean, you might just get lucky, you know. But it is super fun to throw. Adam did an awesome job. Please make sure you check out Sharp Blades in the description below. Adam also has his own YouTube channel where he does a lot of knife throwing. That guy is just phenomenal at it. And obviously he sells a ton of weapons. Sharp Blades makes way more than just that. And we've tested a couple of other Sharp Blades weapons in the past as well. Also, if you like what you saw, because it was super gore-tastic and awesome, please punch the living crap out of that like button. And if you really want to support the show without spending any money, please hit that subscribe button. Also, we have a giveaway going on where you can win a high-end weapon, a zombie head, or a box full of strayed weapons. In order to enter that giveaway, just go to the description. Always check the description. Outside of the giveaway and all of those other cool links, we also have links to other relevant videos, knife throwing videos in the description. So if you want to support the show, you can also just keep watching this show. We love you guys. And with another mind-blowing episode from Zombie Go Boom, I'm Chuck Murray.
I'm Charles Foltz.
Look at that for a second. Just feast your eyes on how beautiful that is. And we'll see you next time.